Hi everybody, thanks for watching this. I wanted to tell you this is a little time sensitive. Greetings dear ones, I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. It's a really profound message, is it not? That you just heard. And I want to enhance it even further, but I want it to be this group. There are so many who would ask the process of channeling, it's who's really talking? If you could suspend just for a moment in this room all of the ideas of what you believe is happening now, all the ideas that you've been told by those around you, by your parents, by the authorities, by the teachers, if you could suspend all of that into a soup of unknown, and just for a moment be without any knowledge that you've been given, and be ready instead to accept that which is spiritual common sense, and that which intuitively you feel, instead of that which you've been told you should. If you could do that for a moment, I tell you what would happen. You wouldn't ask who's talking. There would be a sudden alliance. You could know the words before I speak them. You'd know that inside each one of you there is a glowing, metaphysical, metaphorical ball of energy called your soul. Without bounds it is. Without a place, really, it is. And yet it resides in you. Your soul also resides out of you, and we have said that before. It's enormous. It's got your name on it. Remember, I don't want you to remember. I don't want you to remember anything you've been told. Right now, the playing field is blank with no energy at all. What do you feel is the possibility that you were born on purpose, and that residing in you in some mysterious way is the beauty of the Creator of everything? And what happens in this is a oneness that goes way beyond the room or you or the land you live in. It's a oneness with the air you breathe, which is also from the Creator. And if you could suspend all of the things for just a moment that you've been told, this is the way it works, this is what to expect, here's what's next. If you suspend that, I would like to tell you something. You can start building a truth that goes beyond anything anyone has ever told you. And you can call it, your name goes here, truth. Because it's the truth of you. And you start asking questions, and if you want to metaphysically, metaphorically muscle test them, do it. Am I here on purpose? Yes. Does the Creator of the universe know me? Yes. Is it possible that when I die as a human being, that beautiful part of me goes back to the creative source? Yes. Therefore, say it, it makes you eternal. It makes you not a human. The human is simply the vessel that is being used right now. It's in the mirror every day. But the real you is magnificent and is loved by God. God is the name you made up. Human being, you made it up. If you don't like the name, make up something else so that you like it. The eternal light, the great central sun, Spirit, the creator of all things. Give it a name. It's you. And what this actually will do, if you can simply suspend all of the chatter of who you're supposed to be, what this does is enable you and empower you to solve the things you came in with. Now we get personal. I know who's here. I know who's here because the God in you and the God in me are the same. You're entangled with everyone here. And without even knowing that which is the problem you walked in with, I can say it's solvable. More than solvable. When you start changing the chemistry of your belief, your body responds. We're going to talk more about that tonight. In fact, I'm going to give you the title of tonight's message. My partner, don't be shocked, because he has no idea. And the title is, Who Do You Think You Are? Now, my partner will worry about it all day. And that's his issue. Dear ones, what I'm telling you, you really don't know. You really don't. You think you do. Yes, I've been told I have a piece of God inside. Thank you. What's for lunch? The profundity of what you have from the Creator inside you is lost on most. And when you start understanding that the fire of creation, of life itself, resides in you, you realize that all things that would straighten out your life are there already in the field. It's a matter of selecting them with a human consciousness that starts to be tuned to this truth. There are those who say, well, I have an alliance to a prophet that I'm very fond of. And I ask you this, does the prophet feature love? And you say, yes, the prophet features love. And I said, then stay with it. Because that is the key. The prophet will eventually tell you that you're God. The prophet will eventually tell you that you're sons of God. There's nothing wrong with the following of those who give messages as long as they are the truth of love. But you're not compelled, dear ones, to go in any direction except one. Except one. Sit there without a bias and accept what is coming in love. How many of you are brave enough to say, I have no idea what I'm going to do about this or that or this or that? But I have peace in my heart for the first time because I know what's coming. Solution. Healing. Peace. There are those in this room who cannot stop the chatter. I know who's here. And that chatter is something you will say, well, I was born with it, or it's always been there, or I worry about this and I worry about that. Are you listening, my partner? And the chatter is you, dear ones. There are those that say, how can I stop the chatter? And the answer is by stopping the chatter. There's a button in your brain labeled chatter, and you push it all the time. And it's strange and odd and humorous as it sounds. This is the bias that you've been taught. Taught these things by your parents, by society, by those you trust. This is a shift of everything. It's a shift of you. It's a shift of paradigms. In this planet right now, there are so many awakening to the idea that you don't have to have a certain way. What has happened even the last 2 or 3 months regarding leaders on the planet who have had a shift, of others who've had a shift? You start to see it on your news, dear ones. Not to repeat necessarily the channel we've given before, but the news will tell you, well, it can't be true, it's temporary, or there's something else, because of the chatter. And the chatter that says that nothing can be good, it'll always return to something poor. And expect drama. That's the chatter. Will someday start to reduce. When human beings tune in and expect good things and not bad. When the very word drama means something else. Let me ask you something. When 33 miners came out of the ground in 2010, was there drama? And the answer was yes. And it was all over their faces, and they cried. And they hugged one another, and they said, this is impossible. This never could have happened. And the relatives were on their knees. That's a drama, dear ones, that's different than before. It's a drama of rejoicing, of human emotions in a state of euphoria because good things happen. Can you imagine yourself in a state of euphoria with tears running down your cheeks because good things have happened to you? And if you can, that's the first step. That's the first step. Knowing that you're here on purpose, that you deserve good things, and that there's a way out of the darkness. This is the message that Kryon has always given in so many different ways. But for you and for this group and for today, it's practical, it's pertinent, it's real. Now I say what I always say. The message is winding down, so you don't have to suspend your belief anymore. You can go right back and put all the chatter back. Everything that everybody told you should or should not do can come right back if you want it. So your free choice. Wouldn't it be nice to be your own person to the degree that people don't see you as obstinate or stubborn, they see you as loving? You're your own person in integrity and love. You know what you want. And it has results. And I will tell you, the people who may criticize you today because of what you say in this way will be on your doorstep later asking you how you did it. That's the truth. You have an avenue to peace and solution, lack of drama and health. And that avenue points right back to the source of all that is, which lives in you. And so it is.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching this. I wanted to tell you this is a little time sensitive.